And yeah, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if that's what you like to do. And yeah, I'm just going to start this right now and get this out to you as quickly as I can. So the first card you have your past is the Moon. Yeah, so this can be a kind of internal worries and all kinds of things like that, being in your head a lot. And I think you have been through a lot of difficult times internally and externally, but a lot of this was kind of all going on in your head. You're worrying about a lot of things. You've been through a lot. Okay, so this is probably going to sound a bit strange. I don't know if this is going to resonate or not. This just came in. I'm just going to say this. I think you've written about this. I think you might have written about some of the situations you've been through. And yeah, you've been through a lot of things, bad things, all kinds of things. And yeah, this writing that I'm seeing, I don't know if you've kept this to yourself, or maybe you've only shown a few people you really trust. And I don't know if you realize this or not, but you're good at this. You're good at expressing yourself in writing, if this resonates. So I don't know if you actually do this in your work or whether that's something you'd like to do, but have a think about that, because you're very good at that if that resonates with you. But yeah, I think one big problem you had, or a big setback you had, is that you should be able to ask for help and ask for advice. You haven't been able to do that for some reason. I'm getting this really strong feeling that someone who was supposed to be there wasn't there for you. And I don't know whether there was a falling out between you. I think it might have actually been a falling out, and it might have been a parent. Or an older relative, maybe. There's some kind of disapproval around this as well. Maybe they didn't approve of something you did or said. And, I think they'd actually like you to reach out to them. You've had your differences, I know you have, but that's how they feel. That's what I'm seeing. And yeah, of course, this is all up to you. I can't see how serious this falling out was. I don't know what they've did. They might have done, or what they've done, I should say. They might have done something terrible. I don't know, or it might not be too bad. But yeah, they still have a lot of caring feelings towards you. When they think about you, they might not express it very well, but that's how they feel. And yet they'd love you to contact them. That's what I'm seeing. They really would. They're thinking, oh, I'd really love them to contact me. That's what I'm getting in that card. So yeah, the next card you have, you pass the Fool. Okay, so I'm getting a few things in this card. Yeah, there's a feeling of someone needing you, or feeling as if they needed you. And I think you're spending a lot of time away from this person, not because you didn't want to be around them, but I think you just needed some time. You just needed some headspace. And I think you just had so much stuff swirling around in your head, so many problems and things like that. You just needed to go off by yourself. And I'm feeling this really strongly. It wasn't a want, it was a need. You needed it. And I don't think they understood this. You needed this time, you needed this space. And, it wasn't personal. It wasn't anything against them at all. But I think maybe that's how they saw this. They took it quite personally, I think. This is really difficult. If you're in a relationship, if that's what this says, there's a big difference between the two of you, and in the way you cope with things. I think you like to go off by yourself and sort things out in your head by yourself. And I think when they have to work through something, they like to talk about it. So it's not that anyone's right or wrong, it's just that you're different. So if this resonates and you haven't had a talk about these differences that you have, I think you need to do that. I think it's just a matter of you understanding how the other one thinks and how the other one works through things. So have a talk if you haven't done this already. I hope that makes sense to you. So the last card you have your past is the Six of Swords. Yeah, I think you've actually done a lot for this person. I'm not downing them. They're not a bad person, but they do take a lot of things personally. That's what I'm seeing. And I think you've actually helped them a lot. I'm seeing one really difficult situation that you helped them out of. And I think you also do a lot of practical things for them as well. And, when they're angry or upset, I think you do feel a bit unappreciated, because I think when they are upset about something, they can only see that. They struggle to see the good things you've done for them as well. You know, there's a difference between how you both show love to each other as well, I think, because I think to you, showing love might come through helping, doing things for people, but for them, I think they're probably more about saying things, talking. That's just the difference I'm seeing there. So, they can probably remember whole conversations that happened between people and what this person said and what they said and the whole thing. Whereas I don't think you even remember things like that at all. So, yeah, I think there are times when you both think the other person's being a bit selfish and a bit thoughtless, like this fool. But I don't think either of you deliberately want to be that way. It's just the way you communicate. And if this is making sense to you, the only way you're going to be able to resolve all of this is to communicate, without judging, without arguing, hopefully. So again, try and do that. Try and have this talk with them. Just sit down, don't judge, don't argue, and just kind of try and see the other person's point of view. That's what I'm seeing in that card. You might have done this. This is in the past. So the first card you have for your present is the Ten of Cups. Yeah, beautiful card, beautiful card. If this is all resonating, if you're in a relationship, obviously, there's definitely hope for the two of you. There definitely is. You don't have to be super alike for things to work. You don't have to be alike at all. Sometimes opposites can attract, and sometimes they attract the most, and that's fine. I'm just looking at this rainbow, and it makes me think of two things actually when I see this. The first thing's blending, inclusion, all colours, every kind of person blending in together to create this beautiful rainbow. So it's possible, it is possible. You can be completely different and still be able to blend, work together. It's absolutely fine. You can do this. You don't have to be alike. The other thing is that, a rainbow is created when light passes through water. So the element of air is all about talking, and the element of water is all about emotion. So again, put the two together. Talk about your emotions. Talk about your emotions and talk about how you express them and how they express them. That's the only way your future is going to look anything like on this card. You've got to talk. I know this is turning into a quite a specific reading about a couple, but this is what I'm seeing here. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so the next card you have for your present is the Page of Swords. Okay, so I'm actually seeing a time when I think you might have broken up at one time or separated at one time, actually. It was a while ago, I think. And I'm getting a lot of fear around this. So, this page is really defensive, and it's because he's really afraid. That's what I'm seeing. So I actually think their biggest fear might be this happening again, this separation happening again. And, if that's the biggest fear, that shows me that they do love you, that they do care about you. They don't want to lose you. They absolutely don't want to lose you. So, yeah, the biggest fear is losing you. So if you truly care about them and if you truly love them, I think they probably just need you to reassure them. So, for all their defensiveness, they're afraid of losing you. That's what I'm seeing. So again, have that conversation. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm seeing that everywhere. Have a conversation. They need reassurance. They need to know that your differences are fine. You just need to understand each other. And they just need to know that that's not going to happen again. You're not going to separate again. So that's what they need. So the last card you have your presence, the Two of Wands. Okay, so yeah, I've been seeing this in a few of your readings actually. I think this is about a work situation. I think you might have something set up outside of your normal job actually. It might be just about ready to go, ready to take off. This is a business or another job, and yeah, you've done a lot of preparation for this, I think. And yeah, it's pretty much ready to go. I don't think you have much more to do on this. You're just waiting. Maybe you're just waiting for the formalities. You know, you might have filled in forms or applied for something, and you're just waiting for these final things to come through. So I actually think there's going to be a celebration. I think this is going to happen for you. This is really good. So yeah, I'm feeling a huge release of stress around this. I think you've had so much stress around your job and your workplace, and you've held it all in for so long. You know, you've kept your head down, you've been minding your own business, just getting your work done, but really feeling unhappy. And finally, this release is going to come for you. So yeah, I really hope this resonates, and I can't wait until this happens, if it does resonate, because I've been seeing this in your readings for so long. And I also think this release of stress around your work might release some of this relationship stress as well. You know, there's a lot of pent-up stress here, and when you have that kind of stress around you, it has to affect the people around you as well. But it's all going to be released soon. That's what I'm saying. You are going to get this really good result. You're nearly there. You're just waiting for the final things to happen, and then you're going to move out and you're going to move on to this new thing. So the first card you have for your futures, the Queen of Swords. Okay, so yeah, I'm seeing two people here, and I'm seeing them sort of half wanting to come together and half wanting to keep their guard up, like this Queen. So I think this might be about this family member in the Moon card. Now, I think this standoff's been going on because there was some kind of falling out over something they think you did. Now, you probably don't agree with that. You probably don't think you've done anything. But I think you both also felt that the other one should make the first move. They think you should, or they thought you should, because you've done this terrible thing and they can't forgive you or whatever. And you think they should because you haven't done anything, and they need to kind of be the first person to say something. So, and if this job or this business situation happens, which I think it will, you might be the one to contact them with this news. Now, I'm not seeing a huge response from them initially. I'd love to be able to tell you that, you know, they'll apologize and everything's going to be amazing, and you know, you'll hold hands, you'll be happy forever and ever, you'll have dinner together every night. That's not what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing that. But it is going to be positive. They're going to be open to talking to you, and I think this is going to just start things up again. So it's like, what it's going to be like is, it's like you're opening the gates up just a little bit, and then they'll start to come up to the gates just a little bit, and then you'll kind of meet them halfway. So it's like you're going a little bit, there a little bit, and then you kind of both meet in the middle. That's the sort of thing I'm seeing. So, you know, it's a process. Things aren't going to happen overnight, but it's a start. And I think this is really positive. I'm sorry, I'm swallowing a lot. Sorry about that. So the next card you have for your futures, the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, again, this is around work. This card's always, or not always, but a lot of the time it's around work, and it's about working with other people. So yeah, this might be a business, this work thing. It's definitely something where you're going to have to learn a lot, especially in the beginning. It's probably going to be quite difficult for you to start with, but yeah, it'll be worth it. It'll all be worth it. And yeah, there's more money in this as well. I'm seeing that as well. And you know, you need this extra money, so it's going to be really great for you. Now, if what I'm seeing about this relationship's resonating with you, you probably should start to have this talk with them before you start this new job or this business, because I think you're going to be spending a lot more time away from this person for a while. It'll get better, but I think in the beginning you're going to have a lot of extra work, extra training, studying, whatever else you're going to have to do around this, extra hours. So yeah, they're going to have to be prepared for this, because if you don't prepare them for this, they're probably going to take this personally. They're probably going to think you're spending more time away from them, and they're going to not, you know, they're not going to take this very well. So I think this big talk, this big opening up about all these different things, it's going to happen before you start this job. So, you know, and really it should happen soon. It should happen as soon as you possibly can anyway. That's what I'm seeing. But yeah, they're going to have to be prepared for this time that you're going to be spending away from them. So yeah, the last card you have for your future is the King of Pentacles. So yeah, this is going to be huge. This job or this business or whatever this is going to be fantastic for you. It's going to be a huge change for you. I think everything in your work is going to change. It's probably a completely different area you're moving into. I think it might change you as a person as well. It's definitely going to help you feel a lot more confident. You're going to be on top of things, and you're going to be feeling a lot more on top of everything generally, not just at work. So it's going to give you confidence in all areas of your life. Now, and this is something that you're going to really enjoy doing. You're going to be really interested in, fascinated in doing this. It's going to really grip you, if that makes sense. It's not just going to feel like a job for you. This is something you're really, really going to want to push, and you're going to want to work hard at. You're going to love working hard at this. That's what I'm seeing. You know, I'm just looking at all the balls all over this card, and I'm thinking about the saying, grab the bull by the horns. And that's what you're going to be doing. And clearly, again, there's more money attached to this and stability. This is the King of Pentacles. This is the money card. So yeah, I think you're really going to enjoy this. It's going to be challenging, really challenging, but you're going to enjoy the challenge as well. That's what I'm seeing. This is fantastic. It's going to happen very, very soon for you. So Sagittarius, I really hope this resonated, especially the end. But, you know, as you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if that's what you like to do. And thank you so much for watching.